You ever lay in bed at night, staring up at the ceiling, and think I should be happy right now you have the job, the shelter, and the people you ask for? It's easy to feel a crushing sense of guilt for being unhappy when you know how much others are struggling, yet the hollowness persists. So you wake up, you go to work. If you eat, you watch a show, you sleep, and then you do it all over again. And somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice keeps asking, is this really it? This specific hollowness is a widespread modern condition. It's a signal shared by many who have followed every rule of success only to find themselves feeling disconnected. Early on, most of us were handed a blueprint: go to school, get the degree, find a job, build a life. We did exactly what we were told. We followed the map, and we hit every milestone, checking off every expected box along the way. But following someone else's map inevitably leads you to their destination, not yours. Yes, emptiness is the friction between the character society asked you to play and the actual person you are. The psychologist Carl Jung called this the Unlived life. It represents the version of yourself that remained dormant while you played your assigned role. Jung believed every person carries a true self and authentic identity that exists beneath the expectations of parents, bosses, and social media followers. When that true self is ignored for years, it protests. It doesn't scream or cause a scene. It creates a low, quiet hum of nothingness that follows you even on your best days. Emptiness is a persistent protest from your actual self against the life you've built. Just as your body sends a signal when it needs food, your inner world uses the feeling of emptiness to get your attention. This feeling is a messenger. It signals that a vital part of you, perhaps a dream you bury, it or a creative spark you abandoned, is starving. The emptiness is not the enemy. The emptiness is the messenger, and most people's and them whole lives try to mute the messenger instead of reading the message. We chase louder distractions, more doom scrolling, more shopping, and more overworking. We keep ourselves busy because sitting in stillness requires us to face a self we don't yet recognize. By drowning out the messenger with noise, the gap between who we pretend to be and who we actually are only grows wider. It is simply exhausting to perform happiness for an audience of people who are mostly preoccupied with their own performances. Jung believed the ultimate privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Most people live their lives as a copy of someone else's expectations, never claiming that privilege, external achievements cannot fill this void because the true self only responds to truth. Tonight, my friends, I invite you to simply sit with that feeling of emptiness without trying to solve it. Immediately ask yourself, if nobody was watching and I had no image to protect, what I want my life to look like? Acknowledging the answer doesn't require you to quit your job or change everything overnight. That honest, perhaps uncomfortable answer is your true self finally knocking at the door. The real you has waited on the other side of that emptiness for a long time.